Hey guys, this is Tony with Inner Geek Designs. Today I'm back with another video. Today I want to talk about what is the difference between a process color and a spot color. This is something you run into a lot when you're doing print design, and there's different ways of using spot colors in a print process. It can call out special colors, it can call out special process, it can call out certain machines. So let's kind of go into this, let's kind of talk about this, and let's understand a little bit more about these two different colors and why they're important when you're building something or designing something for print, and understanding that maybe you need to do a little more communication with your printer to get the best process you can. If you learned something, if you like this, like and subscribe, and let's just hop into it. So let's go through what spot color and process colors really are. A process color, first of all, is used in all of printing. It is built off of CMYK. It has, if you actually take like a jeweler and look at a print from a printer, you actually see all the little dots, little CMYK dots. A process color is just a mix of a color. It's not designated anything, it's not pulled from anything. It is just whatever the color mix is, the printer reads that, and that's what comes out. It doesn't give you as much control when you're changing stuff on a printer, doesn't call out for certain machines, it's not a specific color, it's just this mix. If you look at any design software, and you look at the color mixes, you can see a CMYK, an RGB, or LAB mix. CMYK is what's always used for print, and that's the blend what it is. It could be varying different things. And sometimes you have to go back to that color to try to make it right on the printer. You can do it on the printer, but there are some things that just don't change well. Like it's changing the overall print of the file instead of just a specific spot or a specific section of it, like if you call it out with a spot color or something else. So what is a spot color then? A spot color is used in all design software. It can be mixed differently. It can be mixed with CMYK. It could be mixed with lab. It depends on which print process you're doing at that point. But it is a specific color that is called out. It also has specific mixes usually. Like if you're doing offset printing, spot color has its own ink. So if you do a specific red, you know that you're supposed to use that specific red ink. But when you're doing digital, you still have a CMYK mix being made, but that spot color allows you to call through a library. That library is now looking for that spot color to try to build for. The only thing about this is you have to name it specifically what it is. If it has a capitalization, that capitalization needs to be there. If it has a C or a U like a Pantone, it needs to have that. You can also use spot colors for machines. So say if you're using a large format process and you need to use a Colex or some cutting machine, you can use that to call your cuts or your scores or your drills or your V-notches. Whatever your tool you're using, you can use it to call this. These also have to be set up very specifically at your RIP and at your printer. So they both know that they're what they're looking for. You can also use remapping and stuff like that for pre-flight checks and all this, yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, a spot color is calling for something very specific. It also gives you control on the print end. So when you use a spot color, you're allowed to now go into your RIP software and say, hey, I want to change this color. This color's not looking right compared to what I'm comparing it to. We need to shift it just a little bit based on the printer settings of that day. Could be we haven't done or it's been like a couple hours since calibration, the machine's warmed up, printer paper's gone through it, shifting happens, the machine has warmed up and gotten hot and cold, so our toners are a little bit different, so we need to adjust it based off that. Or maybe the printer just runs a little bit heavy on magenta or runs a little bit heavy on yellow. We just need to adjust it. All these things are true, all these things have happened. I've seen them happen plenty of times. The truth is about Pantones are spot colors, but not all spot colors are Pantones. Pantones are a universal color matching system that uses these to call out in printers. When you're using them, make sure you're matching your book in your design software to the book on the printer. These will not work if they are two different things. Yes, they may be the same color name, but when you match it to the book, the physical book that you have, if it's not that same book, they're not going to look the same. you're going to be thrown off. These colors do shift every year. So make sure you're using the same version book in your design software, same version in your printer rip software. All three of those have to match because you're trying to match that specific one. Also, talk to your customer about, like, hey, this is the Pantone we are matching. Let's make sure that this is right. Make sure this works for your needs and your branding. If you got something out of this, if you liked it, like and subscribe, and let me know what design topics you want to learn about next. And I'll see you guys next one. Bye.